Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is exciting and I'm really happy that you're here. You know, this is a documented personal journey. It's something that I hope will inspire you as much as it inspires me, because since I took on this challenge of 1,000 day goal, which is really to see the long view about pursuing something that is worthwhile pursuing. My personal belief is that really nothing happens overnight, and something worth pursuing takes a long time, because you need to master the process. You need to kind of fine-tune and understand the methodology and the roadmap and the process that you're going to follow. And then there is the mastery of self, which for me is the most exciting piece of it all, because we are always in our own way. And how do you overcome that? How do you start to create conditions that allow you to observe your behaviors, your thoughts, your actions, and things that really contribute to the end result of where you are right now? So if you are anything like me and you end up in a place where you just want to see what is the next level, and not necessarily to completely, change everything at once, which is not something I usually recommend, but really to understand that there are specific areas of your life that you may want to focus on. It could be your financial life, it could be your relationships, it could be your health, it could be a variety of things that right now, when you look and you do a bit of an inventory check of your life, you know that if you were to place them on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 is, a disaster, nothing is working, I'm depressed, I'm unhappy, and 10 is, it's awesome, right? So where you place yourself on that scale will give you a good indication of where you are in your own life. For myself, this journey and this documentation process is really about looking at the long-term view of what can happen if I really focus and stay on track for 1,000 days. And this is exciting, because usually we're used to do, these New Year resolutions that last, anywhere from 3 days to maybe 3 months, and then life takes over and everything stops. Or we do have a 1-year goal, but because we're not dedicated enough, because there is no resolve, I spoke about this in the first video. If you haven't watched that, I really suggest you go back and find the first video of the series of 1,000 days. 1,000 day goal, because that is the entry point to this entire process. If there's no resolve, any little challenge will just derail you, and you'll quit on yourself and on the process because, it's too difficult, I don't have time, it doesn't work, I don't see the results as fast as I want them to be. So there's a variety of situations that usually will hold you back, right? So resolve, long-term view has to come from this place that you really want to do it. And for me, the driving force is not motivation or willpower. My personal view on these is that they are very limited. I share this in the previous videos. It's like your cell phone battery. In the morning, it might be fully charged and you're all ready to conquer the world. And by 4 p.m., game over, right? You need to recharge, and if not, then there's just nothing in the tank to really propel you and keep you on track with whatever it is that you want. So for myself, the entry point to the process was really to take my time and understand, why do I want to do this, and find a connection that provides this resolve interaction with the process. So for me, I chose 3 main goals, and they're not even goals, they're objectives, because to be honest, guys, I'll reach those goals one way or another in maybe different variation and capacity. But what is important for me is really the journey, and to enjoy the process getting there. Because I know this from my personal life. When I put in front of me a very big goal, when I reach that goal, the enjoyment, the feeling that you get from achieving that goal is very short-lived. Right? It could be, 5 minutes, maybe a day, maybe a few hours. But at the end of the day, when you achieve that goal, you come back and it's okay, what now? So for me, I've learned over time that it's not about the end result. It's about the journey and how I can evolve through that process and see new things in a new light and experiment and try things, but be gentle with myself, right? Do it from a loving place and a curious place versus, hardcore grit, and, there are all sorts of people out there that preach a certain philosophy about how to achieve goals and how to do all of those things, and it's all about kind of bang your head, you know, with a 2x4 all day long because you're not good enough and you don't do enough and and all the rest of it. Exactly the opposite of self-love and self-acceptance. And to be honest, and this is something big, if you find that you really struggle to achieve a certain goal, my personal take on this, I don't know your particular situation, but from my previous experience and working with, you know, dozens and dozens of clients in that field of personal and business transformation, the goal hasn't connected internally. There is no resolve to achieve it. Therefore, you struggle with it. Therefore, you feel inefficient. You feel something is missing. You feel you're not good enough. You feel that anything that you do, there is someone or something outside of you that when you figure that thing out and, you know, the switch will kind of click, things will happen for you. But my experience, and again, this is all from my personal journeys and surviving 3 near-death experiences and thriving through them, really taught me that the process has to come from a very, very clear place. And then you can achieve something usually beyond what you even dreamt of. So for me, sharing this 1,000-day goal, and what I'll do, I almost reset my goal, because to be honest, I started, it was November 28th, right? So I'm already, today is January 12th, so I'm already a month and, you know, maybe 10 days almost into this. But in order to share with you everything and to keep the numbers rounded, I've reset everything to January 1st, okay? So it's as if kind of the initial days, I'm just going to put them aside and count them as nice preparation and interaction with my process, but January 1st moving forward. So previous video, I shared with you the tools, right? The first video was all about resolve, about understanding why you do this and how to find that place for you. The second video was about the tools, the apps, the coaches that I use, and the preparation for the process. So I didn't have this then, but I just received my 1,000-day calendar, okay? It's actually more than 1,000 days because it's 3 years calendar, and it's really awesome. I'll show you this. It opens up, all of this, right? So this big thing is a full year, January 2023, all the way down to December 2023, but each one of them has another, let me flip that for you, has 3 pages. Each one is for 2024 and then of course 2025, right? So this will take me all the way to December 2025. Now, what I do, and this is again my self-motivation or something that keeps me kind of accountable, and for you guys, because we will share this, every day that I achieve something that brings me closer to my goal, meaning I did my workout, I kept my nutrition plan, I stuck to it, I wrote that day something for my book, and I did something for my business. These are the 3 big things that I'm after, right? It's transforming my physical body, writing my book and publishing it during this period of time, and tripling or quadrupling my coaching and consulting business. So those are the things I'm really focused on, right? So this calendar is just an indication to show me where I'm at. And there is a little hack in terms of inner motivation that is sometimes almost unconscious. When you have a streak of successes, you really want to keep it. And sometimes even if you don't feel like it, like for me, you know, I wake up in the morning, oh, I don't know if I feel like going to the gym. I don't know if I feel like, you know, cooking my food and preparing everything for the week because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. I look at the calendar, I look at the streak that I've already achieved and I say, why would I break that, right? So that's a little hack for you guys if you want to kind of experiment with it for yourself. It could be a really enlightening experience because it's almost a little competition with yourself, just to see what happens. And then again, it's a friendly competition. It's not all or nothing, or if that doesn't happen, oh my God, the world is done. So I want to share with you a little bit about my progress so far, and I'll share today, the focus will be on the body transformation piece, okay? So I started, as I said, November 28th. I'm working with a coach. He's based in the UK. We I have a touch point every week. I have a very dedicated nutrition plan that is based on the ability to transform my body, meaning to change the ratio between fat and muscle, but also to do it in a very heart healthy, Ayurvedic based way. So I've tweaked with him the program over time to make sure that the food I eat, the quantities and how everything is consumed is done in a way that is loving to my heart and for my health, because this is not, a hardcore, meathead approach to, let's just do this and we'll do whatever it takes with supplements and all the crazy stuff that sometimes is recommended to do these things. So for me, I'll share with you, I basically eat 5 times a day, right? Because the intention is to increase my metabolism. When you hit, 50, I just turned 50, your metabolism over time, actually from probably the age of, 28, 30, they say, starts to slow down like many other processes in our body. And we can call it aging, we can call it just the body makes its own adjustments. But what happens is that even if you consume lower amount of calories, the metabolism is so slow that losing weight becomes a problem. So for me, one of the main focuses for the first 3 months of this journey is to increase my metabolic rate, my metabolism with digestion. So I eat 5 times a day. My first meal is 6:45 a.m. and my last meal, which is a really light meal, is just about half an hour, 45 minutes before I go to bed. And the meals are in between. Maybe I'll share with you guys a little bit about what I eat and how much I eat and all of those things. If you're interested, just shoot me a comment here and I'll make sure that I cover that. So that's the nutrition side. I only added to my menu eggs and fish, which I eat salmon in small quantities. Everything else is plant-based. So basically we're looking at 90% plant-based program here. And here are my results so far. November 28th to January 12th. So I lost almost 9 pounds, right? But the amazing piece was not the weight, but the circumferences. So one of the primary circumferences that I use with my clients and in this particular program too is around the navel. So I measure the visceral fat under, especially for us guys, it's the love handles, right? And I have them just like many of you probably. And this is what we want to see where the reduction is. So for me, I have lost almost 2.9 inches since November 28th, which is a lot. I have to say, I've never saw such quick fat change and really removing fat in such a pace. And what it says is that the proportions of carbs, fats, and protein, the timing of the meals, and combined with my workouts, which is I work 5 times a week. I work out in a gym. I covered that in a previous video. And this is all kind of half free weights, half machines. And the first 3 months are more, I have to say, for me to get into the rhythm of going to the gym, no matter what happens. Sometimes I have to go early in the morning, midday, later in the day. It has to happen one way or another, according to work and family responsibilities and all of those things. So far, it has worked. I also add cardio workout once per week, so that's 6 basically workouts. And the important piece is to get 10,000 steps. So when I started the program, I was at 6,000 steps. And by now I'm already at the 10,000, and I really try very hard every day to get to 10,000 steps, which requires a lot of focus. You'll be surprised that if you just go out for a walk, for example, and you want to cover 10,000 steps, a good click will give you, maybe an hour and a half, an hour and 45. And if you spread that over the day, or for me, I do a lot of elliptical work because it's easier on my knees. Plus, I live in Vancouver. The weather is not always that friendly. So I do more of that part on a day-to-day basis. So that's really where the workout come in. And as I shared with you, this idea of looking long-term is something that I invite you to start and be curious about. And the reason is, I have found so far on my own journey here that little bumps on the road just are not a big deal anymore. It's not all or nothing, I have to do everything 100% or I fail or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of forgiveness in this process, and because my intention is to do it with a loving approach towards my body, towards my consciousness and this entire journey, I'm trying to really enjoy it. And if I stop enjoying it and it becomes a chore and it becomes this heavy burden, I know I'm not on the right path. And this is for me the best indicator to know whether I'm on the right path or I'm missing something. So my friends, I hope today was helpful in one way or another. Shoot me a comment if you like this, like the video. It's also great to see some interaction on that level. And always, subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, and share it with others. It's always great. This is why I do these videos. They're not just for myself and for people that know me and follow me. It's also to get the word out, because I feel that there's a different perspective that this journey can bring into your life. A lot of us are influenced by what other people are saying today, especially if you consume a lot of social media and you follow influencers and other people. There's a tendency to think that people have solved the puzzle of life and they figured it out and they know the answers, and you have to follow my path and only that path, if you buy my program and if you buy my supplements and if you buy blah blah blah, whatever will get you there. Where the reality is that you need the right guidance, you need a blueprint to follow, you need a plan. This is one of the biggest gifts I received so far, was that this structure of knowing exactly what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. My fitness program is very, very organized and structured. It gives me freedom. I actually suffer when I have to figure out things on my own, and it's like everything is up in the air and I don't know if I need to do this or do that. There's not enough focus. When I concentrate things and have them in a way that I can follow, my experience so far has been a liberating experience from it all. It really allows me to not think too much about what I need to do, because I know that I need to do those things. They're structured, they're in a way that I can do them and follow them from a place that I want to do, but I don't need to figure it out every day. So my menus are extremely simple, guys. I eat almost the same food all the time now, right? And it's not about the food. I go to restaurants once a week, I do have the odd treat here and there, because 1,000 days, right? It's not, oh my God, if I ate a brownie today, oh, the world collapses. Or I went to a restaurant and I had a beautiful meal. Oh no, I can't do that. I learned in the past that these things don't work. You have to have something, it's almost a combination between what's called a flexible diet, where you know how much you consume per day and you make adjustments accordingly, and a structured nutrition plan that will allow the body to transform and start and release fat and do all of those things that I'm after, at least on the body transformation side. I'll share with you more about the writing of my book, which is ultra challenging, I have to say. It's kicks my ass every single day. I really try to show up for it, but I just find that I still miss something that will bring more fluidity to the process. So I'm not sure what that is. And on the business front, I'll share with you as well exciting new promotions this year, new programs, and just allowing teams to thrive and rise together in a way that they just can't imagine how to do it on their own. So those are things that are in the pipeline. All right, my friends, this will be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, stay strong, find your resolve, find what it is that you want to do and why you want to do it. That's my best advice to start the journey. And then when you begin the journey, hopefully these videos will give you some ideas and tools and directions of what you can try and do yourself. For me so far, the conclusion is, it is awesome. First, I really enjoy the journey. It's not a chore. It's not something that I dread every day. Oh my God, I need to go to the gym. Oh my God, I need to wake up early to eat. I actually love it, really enjoy it. It fits with my mentality, it fits with my personality. Plus, I have this place I'm in right now that I haven't been in for so many years is just a gift. So for me, every day is a gift, and I just want to try and show up the best I can for it, and really follow a program with a coach that has been where I want to be and speaks my language. I spoke about the fit between a coach and a client. If you don't have that, I don't care if you have the best coach in the world, and I've had many coaches and mentors in my lifetime. Very few have hit that sweet spot where there is a brilliant connection and trust can be built, and then you can actually follow their advice, because a good coach serves as a mirror. They don't necessarily tell you exactly what to do or smack your head when you don't do what you said you would do. They serve as a mirror to show you what is stopping you and what happens when you don't follow what it is that you wanted to do, and based on that do the adjustments. All right, my friends, see you next video.